Hello guys, welcome back. Tonight I was bored, so I decided I'm gonna make an oat cake that goes back quite a ways. I'm sure y'all are familiar with the 7-Up cake, but if you want to turn it into a Shirley Temple, use some cherries, because that's what I'm gonna do. It's a 7-Up pound cake, but I am going to turn it into a Shirley Temple. So if you don't want the cherry, just make the 7-Up cake, leave the cherries out, and just put your glaze on it. But I'm going to be doing the Shirley Temple. I'm going to add it to the 7-Up cake. So, but like I said, you don't have to. Just use your basic 7-Up recipe and leave the cherries out. But I am going to add them today. So, alright. So I'm going to make one of those. It's a 7-Up pound cake. And what you're going to be needing for this are some eggs. I have 6 eggs. I have a half a cup of sour cream, a half a cup of brown sugar, a little bit of salt, some cherries, some lemon extract, some butter vanilla extract. If you can't find it, you can use just regular old vanilla. I have some 7-Up, some flour, some sugar, and I have in the bowl, ready to go, 2.5 sticks of butter, real butter. You know me already, real butter. I mean, it's got to be real butter if you're going to make a pound cake, right? But anyway, let's get started. We're going to cream our butter and our sugar, which is going to be 2.5 cups of white sugar. Let's get this out here. 2.5 cups of white sugar. And then we are going to add a half a cup of brown sugar. Okay, and we're just going to mix this up here until it's combined. I'm going to cream it. I mean, you can do it with your blender, your little handy blender, whatever you have there, but if you've watched my last few videos, you know me, I don't like to pull those things out, even though I have both the mixer and the handheld, but I'd rather just do it by hand. So I'm going to mix this up a little bit here, guys, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Okay, I got this all mixed up, my butter and my sugars. I'm going to mix in my sour cream, which is a half a cup of sour cream. And I don't know if I mentioned earlier, guys, make sure your butter is at room temperature. You do want that at room temperature, so be sure that butter's setting out for a while before you start making this up. And I'm going to add my eggs. I have 6 eggs here. Add maybe 1 at a time, and make sure your eggs are at room temperature also, because it just mixes in better when they're cold like that. It just takes longer. So we're going to beat these eggs in 1 at a time. Okay, get them mixed in. Alright, try to speed this up here. Alright. Alright, I'm just going to put that last egg in there. And we are going to add the rest of our stuff in here. Now, I'm going to add in 3 cups of all-purpose flour, okay? Come over here, make sure you have this nice and fluffed up here. You don't want it packed. Level it off. You're going to put your 3 cups of flour in here. 2, 3, okay? We're going to mix this in with a pinch of salt. Not a whole lot, just a pinch. Don't need much. And I did use salted butter, okay? I'm going to get this mixed up here just until it's all incorporated. I'm going to look at my oven's already beeping for me, waiting to get this in. Alright, let's get this stirred up. Stir, 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 stir. Don't want to overbeat it though. Okay. Alright, So now I have a 10-ounce jar of cherries. Now you may want to save some of them if you want to garnish the top of your pound cake with a few cherries. You could put them in whole or cut them in half. I cut them in half, stretches, and your juice, do reserve it, because that we're going to use at the end for this pound cake. So don't throw your juice out. 10-ounce jar, and you can cut them in half like I said, or put them in whole. I cut mine in half because these are the bigger cherries. So we are going to do that and add our extracts here. I'm going to add in, like I said, if you don't have the butter vanilla extract, just use regular vanilla. I'm going to use a cap full of that, and we're going to use 2 caps of the lemon extract, which is approximate 2 teaspoons of the lemon. Okay, let's get this mixed in. That lemon smells good. Alright. Now I'm going to add in 3/4 cups of 7-Up. Okay. There's our 7-Up. When we get this mixed up, we will get the cherries just folded in here, okay? So let me get this mixed up, y'all, and we'll be right back to fold these cherries in. I don't think y'all want to sit here and watch me, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, we got it mixed up. That 7-Up done its thing. Kind of lightened up the batter there, see that? Now we're going to fold in our cherries. Just lightly fold them in there. We don't want to break them up. I mean, you can stir it, but don't go beating happy on it. Be nice to it. Alright. Okay, that's good and mixed up. Now we're going to pour this in a bundt pan. So I think this is a 10-cup bundt pan. We're going to get that poured in there. We are going to... My oven's already preheated, so... And this is going to cook at... Like I said, 325 Fahrenheit, and it's going to cook approximately an hour and 15 minutes to maybe an hour and a half. It just depends on your oven, guys. But we're going to get this in the oven, and we'll finish up here in a little bit, guys. When I get this brought back out, I'll get back with you. Be back in a sec. Okay. As you can see, we got the cake out of the oven. It baked maybe an hour and 25 minutes, I think it was. But I let it cool in the pan for about 20 minutes before I flipped it out on my cake pan here. It's still warm, but what I'm going to do is I have a skewer here, and I'm going to poke some holes in this all the way around the cake. Just poke some holes in here, and this is where that cherry juice that I was telling y'all to reserve it. That way we can pour that juice down in these holes, and it'll go down the sides and all that to the bottom, and that's okay because it'll suck up on the bottom of it there. So we're going to pour this cherry juice all over top of this, and then we're going to let this set until it completely cools, and then we'll put some glaze over it. So I'm going to continue putting this juice all in these little holes I just done here, and I'll finish up and get back with y'all, and we'll put some glaze over top of this. Be back, guys. Alright. Okay, this is all cooled off. The cherry juice has absorbed into the cake. I mixed up here a 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, and just a few tablespoons of milk, and a teaspoon of the lemon extract, just till it's pouring consistency. Now the cake is completely cooled, like I said, so now I'm going to drizzle this over the cake. Just let it run down and do its thing. But I'll get this all glazed up here. And we'll get some cherries on it here in a minute. But this cake, guys, it smells so good. Yummy, 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 yummy. I had a sweet tooth, so I figured I'd make this up. And you can leave this setting out on your counter. You don't have to refrigerate this. As long as you keep it out at room temperature, that's fine. But like I said, this is, it is a 7-Up cake. But I turned it into a Shirley Temple with the cherries. I had some cherries, so I figured why not. I'm not sure if I want to use all the icing. It is a rich cake. Doesn't take much, but it really is a good cake. I'm sure you guys remember all those cakes, those 7-Up cakes that the supermarkets used to sell. They still have them, but some places don't carry them anymore. So, but I think that's enough icing. You know where I'm going here with that. So, next we're going to put some cherries on it. And like I said, you can leave the cherries out if you don't want no cherries. Just make the pound cake, the 7-Up pound cake. But this is a really good cake with a cup of coffee, glass of milk, you know, your choice. By itself. I like my sweets more than I should, but anyway, I'm gonna let this glaze on this cake set up, and I'll come back and cut it up and let y'all see what it looks like. We'll be back in a minute. Now, ain't that pretty? Look at that there, guys. Let me get you a closer look to that. But we'll let that set up, guys, like I said, and we'll be back. Okay, guys, I wanted to slice a piece here with y'all so you can basically see what the cake looks like. And that looks nice and moist. Let me stand it up. I should have stood it up there for y'all. But it's good cake, you guys. Make you one up. I mean, most of the stuff a lot of us have on hand already. I mean, like maybe the sour cream. Sometimes, you know, if you don't have that, if you got yogurt, lemon yogurt will work in there in place of the sour cream. But anyway, give it a try. Let me know what you think about it. Like and so this is the finished product, guys. Like I said, I will be back soon with another video. Until then, I hope you guys you really enjoy it. It is a good cake, like I said. Until then, we will see you later, and God bless. Enjoy the cake.